Hello and welcome to the Aunty Lisa show. Today I have picked out the sun, a Velociraptor, a train, and Lloyd the Binman, and a random story starter, which I shall begin the story with because that's what it's for. I've also equipped myself with chocolate coffee. And the story starter goes like this. Uh-oh, I don't think that's the right button. Do I begin? Uh-oh, I don't think that's the right button, said Aunty Lisa. What? Said Aleksander and Kristoffer. What do you mean that's the wrong button? It says go. Aunty Lisa said, yes, but where to? You guys have just pressed any random button and said go. Where on earth are we going to go to? Aleksander responded, well, Aunty Lisa, we're just on a train. What's the worst that can happen? We go to the next station? Can't be so bad. Yeah, said Kristoffer. We'll just get off at the next station. It'll be fine. Stop fussing, Aunty Lisa. It's no problem at all. Fine, okay. Well, let's see what happens then. We do seem to be speeding up rather a lot though, boys. Said Aleksander. We are speeding up quite a lot. Then Lloyd the Binman rushed in. He is our friend who lives in Lego City and is a bin man. He was like, guys, what did you do? Aunty Lisa said, well, Aleksander and Kristoffer pressed that go button. No, not that go button. Oh, no. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Said Lloyd the Binman. Aunty said, well, is there a stop button? I mean, how bad can it be? I mean, we'll just get off at the next stop. It's fine. Lloyd said, well, it would be fine, except that this is a magic train. That go button could take us literally anywhere in the entire universe. Oh, okay. We'll just have to see what happens next. And the train started to speed up and up and up and up and up. And everyone was like, ah! Because when things start going faster and out of control, you're like, oh my God, it's going to crash. It's going to crash. It's going to crash. It was approaching a bridge and the bridge was broken. Everyone shut their eyes, expecting to plummet to their doom. But then, what? Plane took off into the air. Everyone went, woo, we're saved! It's a flying plane! Whew, God, that was a close one. Thank goodness we didn't plummet to our doom off of the end of that broken bridge. But, the ground is getting awfully far away, said Kristoffer. Yeah, I can see teeny tiny cars on the ground. They look like toys, said Aleksander. Oh no, said Aunty Lisa. What are we going to end up? Where are we going to end up? This could be a disaster. Well, the train just kept going up and up and up and up. And soon they'd gone through the clouds and up and up and up. It was still going up and up and up and up. Oh my goodness, said Lloyd. This is getting a bit too crazy for me. I'll try and radio for help. Hello? Station control, station controller. We're in the train and it's going up and up and up. Come in, station controller. Nobody responded. Right, okay. Nobody panic, said Aunty Lisa. What we need to do is call for help. Who can we call for help? I know, said Aleksander. We will call, who can we call? Let's call JB. She's smart. So they called up JB. She said, "Oh, hi y'all, how you doing?" Aleksander said, "Well, we're in a train, not a plane, and it's going up and 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 up, and it's going to go into space soon. Have you got any ideas of how to help us?" JB said, "Oh gosh, oh no, my specialism is definitely not trains flying into space. Okay, I'll make some calls, but okay, good luck y'all. All right, bye." She was gone. Useless. The train was still going up and 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 up, and soon the earth was in the distance, and they could see the outlines of all the different countries and continents on the earth, which was a great big ball in front of them, because now they were properly in space, and they started to float around. Ooh, this is fun. This is great, said Aleksander. This is the best day out ever. Ooh. Let's play eating things in midair. Hop. He started throwing chocolates in the air. Hop, hop. Kristoffer joined in too. Hop. Well, it was a good game. So Aunty Lisa and Lloyd joined in as well. And they were having a great time bouncing about inside the train when all of a sudden they heard a strange noise. And it went like this. And Aunty Lisa went, uh-oh. Did we check that we were the only people on this train when we got on this train? No, said Aleksander. Not me. I didn't check, said Kristoffer. Well, I didn't check, said Lloyd. We just got on the train, and then somebody pressed the button. The go button. Didn't they? Yes, said Aleksander and Kristoffer. But, we didn't think it was going to go off into space. Anyway, Aunty Lisa had to stop them there. What is that growling? That can't be good, can it? There's never a good thing comes from things that are growling. It's always something scary with large teeth, probably claws. Let's go and investigate. Well, the train was still going off and off and off, further and further into space. But now they had an additional problem. Something was growling. And it was in one of the carriages on the train. So they kind of scooted their way through the carriages, bouncing around, because you have to kind of swim through space and pull yourself along because you have no body weight. And eventually they made it to the end of the carriage they were in, and they peered through the glass in the door in the carriage, because you can see into the next carriage that way. And they went, "Oh no!" It was Velociraptors! The carriage had several very confused and quite angry Velociraptors floating around inside it. It was, frankly, terrifying. The only good thing here was that the Velociraptors were so confused that they weren't really feeling hungry. They were more feeling quite nauseous, which is a bit sick, and really annoyed at being floaty now. They'd never experienced being floaty, and Velociraptors don't watch sci-fi movies, so they didn't understand that they were in space. In fact, if they had understood they were in space, they'd probably have been more worried. Maybe that was for the best. Anyway, everyone went, "It's Velociraptors in the next carriage!" "What are Velociraptors doing in the next carriage?" "Oh my goodness! Someone must have been transporting them in the next carriage. Oh, what if they break through into our carriage and they try and eat us all up?" said Aunty Lisa. "The Velociraptors are going to munch us into tiny weeny pieces." Said Aleksander. "Well, only if they know how to open doors." "I saw it on Jurassic Park," said Aunty Lisa. "They opened that door. Remember when they opened that door?" "Oh, yes," said Aleksander. "I remember. But that was a film. Maybe these Velociraptors don't know how to open doors. Keep your fingers crossed and we'll all not get eaten." "Yeah, we won't get eaten at all," said Kristoffer. "I think there's a good chance they feel too sick to eat us right now," said Lloyd the Binman. "Okay," said Aunty Lisa. "But just to be on the safe side, I think we should keep an eye on this door." Okay, everyone agreed that was probably a really good idea. So, now what are we going to do? Well, Kristoffer said, "Hey, why don't we call up Jurassic World and see if they were trying to move some Velociraptors around, because it's very odd to have Velociraptors on a train." Good point. They might have some tips. Maybe there's a stash of sleepy dart blasters somewhere here. So, Kristoffer got his iPad out and he called up, I've forgotten his blinking name now, the bloke off of Jurassic World. Chris Pratt. That doesn't help. Oh dear. Anyway, it doesn't matter. They called him up. "Hello, how's it going?" he said. Kristoffer said, "Well, not great, actually. We are floating around in a train that has taken off into space, and there's Velociraptors in the carriage next door. Do you know anything about Velociraptors being on a train?" And he said, "No. But let me see. Maybe we're missing some Velociraptors. Maybe they've been kidnapped." "Oh no, that would be terrible." So he went and checked in the video of the Velociraptor enclosure. He went, "Oh no, the Velociraptors have all gone. Somebody must have kidnapped them and put them on that train to take them somewhere. Ah, what a nightmare. Are you guys okay? You're not going to get eaten by my best Velociraptors, are you?" Aunty Lisa said, "Well, hopefully we're not going to get eaten. We're keeping an eye on the door. You've not taught them how to open doors, have you?" No, we haven't done doors yet." "Okay. All right. Well, will you make sure that they've got plenty of food and water, though, Aunty Lisa?" Aunty Lisa said, "Okay, let me see if they've got some water in there. I am not being their snacks. I like animals, but not that much." And she went and peered through the window. Yep, they've got some water. It is floating around, but they're managing to just slurp it out of the air. So don't worry, they'll be fine for a little while. We just got to try and figure out how to get this thing back down to Earth. And then we'll be right with you. Okay? Okay, he said. "All right, well, you take care up there and I'll make some calls and see if we can get you back down to Earth. Quick, smart." "Thanks," said Aunty Lisa. "That would be great. Okay, bye-bye now." Well, that was sort of helpful, but not all that helpful. Sleepy dart blasters would have been more helpful. On the other hand, then you'd have to open the door into where the Velociraptors were and then sleepy dart blast them. And what if you sleepy dart blast them and it went wrong and then they snuck in and ate you? So actually, on reflection, best that they just stay in their own carriage. "Right," said Aunty Lisa. "Now, we need to figure out what we're going to do, because I've just noticed something teeny tiny bit terrifying." "Oh no," said Lloyd. "What's that, Aunty Lisa?" Aunty Lisa said, "Well, our home planet, the Earth, is over there, and it is getting teeny tiny. Whereas our Earth's sun is over there, and frankly, it's getting a bit big. I mean, it's really big now. Have you seen how big the sun is looking right now? This train is on a collision course with the sun. Lloyd looked absolutely terrified. Whereas Aleksander and Kristoffer were like, woohoo, we're going to the sun. Awesome. Never been to the sun, Aunty Lisa. What's it like? Aunty Lisa said, well, I don't even think we'll make it to the sun before we are frizzled up like sausages. In fact, not even like sausages. We would just be annihilated. They wouldn't even find a little speck of Aunty Lisa anywhere, or Aleksander, or Kristoffer, or Lloyd, or any of those Velociraptors. The train itself will just go and they'll never know what became of us. Aleksander and Kristoffer looked at her and went, on reflection, that doesn't sound like a lot of fun actually, Aunty Lisa. Do you think there's a reverse button on this train? Said Aleksander. Oh, yeah, reverse button, said Kristoffer. I did have a look, but I haven't seen one yet. Oh, man, said Aunty Lisa. Your mum and papa are going to kill me. Okay, what we need is a hero. Does anyone know a hero? Anyone? Aleksander said, I know, we'll call Superman. Oh no! He poked at his iPad. It's not working anymore. We must be out of range. Ah! Ah! Everyone started screaming. Ah! In the carriage next door, the Velociraptors were like, ah! Aunty Lisa said, okay. I think it's time we all took a moment to have a great big ginormous hug. Everybody, ready, steady. And just as Aunty Lisa was going to bet the best hug, something flew past the train. Something red and shiny with gold bits on it. And what looked like something red and glowy at the front. What? What is that? Said Aunty Lisa. Could it be? Aleksander and Kristoffer went, Father Christmas! Ah, yes! Father Christmas had got wind of the dilemma, the disastrous state of affairs that Aunty Lisa, Aleksander, Kristoffer and Lloyd and a bunch of Velociraptors were in. Their good friends had been calling all over the place and eventually got through to the North Pole. Father Christmas had said, ho, ho, no! We can't have them get frizzled up like sausages. And he'd scooted off on his sleigh with his amazing reindeers. Ho, 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 I'm here to help, said Father Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. No one could hear him, though, because they were in space. And there was no air between him and them. But anyway, they got the gist. Father Christmas hooked the front of the train to the back of his sleigh. Smart. And then the reindeers pulled the train around on a new course back towards the earth and away from the sun. Whoo-wee! Can I still get that big, enormous hug? Everyone went, oh, fine, Aunty Lisa. Yes, you can have the big, enormous hug. And they all had a big, enormous hug because it had been quite terrifying. And then they started to see the earth. And it was getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And they were looking at it going, that is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Aleksander and Kristoffer were also looking at Father Christmas's sleigh, thinking, I wonder how many presents are on that. But anyway, so Father Christmas and his reindeers pulled the train all the way through space. Down and 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 down. And soon they were going through the clouds. Down and down and down and onto a super iced over lake, which is, by the way, a very good landing spot if you happen to be a sleigh. Not so good if you're on a train. The train was pulled along by the reindeers and started skidding side to side. But eventually it came to a stop at the edge of the lake. And Father Christmas climbed out of his sleigh and he said, "Ho, ho, ho! Isn't it great to be back home?" Aunty Lisa said, "Home? Yes, planet Earth, absolutely. Thank you so much, Father Christmas." And she gave him the biggest hug ever. And then everybody gave Father Christmas the biggest hug ever. And he was like, "Whoa, what the lovely hugs you all give. Ho, ho, ho." And they said, "Thank you so much for rescuing us, Father Christmas. How can we ever repay you?" Father Christmas said, "No need. You just all got to be really good boys and girls." Aunty Lisa said, "Well, I think we can do that. That's fine. One other thing." Father Christmas said, "What's that?" "Ho, ho, ho, what's that?" Said, "Well, there's actually 3 Velociraptors in the next carriage, and they look a little bit angry." The Velociraptors were starting to claw at the doors. And one of them had figured out how to open it. And its velociraptor head came out. "Oh, oh no," said Father Christmas. "I didn't know there were velociraptors aboard. That's pretty scary stuff. Luckily, I always carry a sleepy dog blaster." You didn't know that, did you? Father Christmas often encounters scary wild creatures when he's off delivering presents. And so he always carries a sleepy dog blaster. And with ninja-like precision, he went pew, pew, pew. And all 3 of those velociraptors went, "Oh." We are not going to get sizzled up by the sun, and we are not going to get eaten by velociraptors today. Whew, thank goodness. Well, Father Christmas said, "I suppose it's time to get you all back to your appropriate homes. Who wants to have a trip on a sleigh first?" Me, said Aunty Lisa. "Oh, Aunty Lisa, I thought perhaps the little boys would like to go on a sleigh first." "Oh, yes," said Aunty Lisa. "That's a very good point. How about we all go together?" "Okay," said Father Christmas. So, what he did was this. He piled... No, wait. Now, there was still the velociraptors to deal with here in this analogy. So, he said, "Okay, what we'll have to do is this. I will take out my giant sack of presents and leave it here by the train. Now, you all have to help me put the velociraptors in the back of the sleigh, where the presents usually go, and then we'll take you all home via Jurassic World. Ho, 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 what fun." And so that is what they did. They carefully, and it took quite a lot of effort, because velociraptors, whilst not being the biggest dinosaurs, are blinking heavy. They're all muscle. It's all muscle. So, between them all, they lugged those velociraptors into the back of the sleigh, all lying down together like little sardines in a pot. And Aunty Lisa, Aleksander, Kristoffer, and Lloyd the Binman all went into the seat behind Father Christmas. And then he went, Dasher, Dancer, Blitzen, Donner, and all the other reindeer, off we go! Ho, ho, ho! And they flew back into the sky and zoomed over to Jurassic World, where they delivered the dinosaurs. Well, everybody at Jurassic World was so grateful that they put on a really super Christmas party to say thank you for bringing the Velociraptors home safely. And so they all had loads of Christmas treats. And Father Christmas nipped back to where he left his presents and the train. He put the train back where it come from too. He took the presents back to the Jurassic World Christmas party and gave everyone an early Christmas present. And then he zoomed off into the sky full of mince pies and sherry and things like that. And went, "Goodbye, everybody. Ho, ho, ho. Happy Christmas." And everyone went, "Thank you, Father Christmas. Happy Christmas to you too." And unbeknownst to him, Aunty Lisa, Aleksander, Kristoffer and Lloyd had left him a little extra present in the back of his sleigh. No, not a Velociraptor. That would be crazy. But the complete set of Jurassic Park and Jurassic World DVDs, including the Lego versions, so that he could enjoy them on his days off. Oh, he was super chuffed when he got home to the North Pole and he spent an entire weekend just watching dinosaur movies. And he had an awesome time. And that is the end of the story. Night, night. Love you.